our perspective, the interventions that have been introduced for MSMEs are very, very vital and are going to provide a fillip to that sector. So they've spoken about, a 350 crore intervention. They've spoken about a 2% interest subvention for those MSMEs who have registered with GST. MSME for any economy, for any country are really very critical. Today they contribute to 30% of our GDP. The budget spoke about taking this to 50%. So they are really very, very important. So this is going to kind of, help from a business perspective. It is going to help them to grow. And that's going to be very critical and important from the entire sector perspective. And if you look at it from our perspective as well, we have a large MSME portfolio. We introduced rank a couple of years back. Banks today have started using the Cibil rank for lending purposes. There are some banks who've also introduced risk-based pricing. So that's really very critical. Both go hand in hand. The RBI report on the MSME sector also speaks about what can be done to make sure that there is access to finance which is provided to MSMEs. The report in fact also speaks about that how credit information should be used, gives mention about Cibil rank being used by some of the banks for risk-based pricing, and it's going to be beneficial for the MSMEs as well, because if I'm an MSME who's made payments on time for my loans, I now get benefits from a rate of interest perspective. So I think a couple of things which will help MSMEs is, access to finance is very, very critical for any MSME. It will help them grow their business. It will help them invest in whatever they want to invest, and hence getting loans faster. Hence getting loans at better rate of interest is very critical. The report also speaks about how the turnaround time for sanctioning of loans has improved after the banks have started using credit information, after the banks have started using Cibil rank. So that's going to be critical. Risk-based pricing as a stated policy has been introduced by many banks, that you have a good Cibil rank, you will get a better rate of interest. It's going to be beneficial for everyone. From the MSME perspective, they'll get loans faster, they'll get it at cheaper rate of interest. From banks perspective, they can now identify which are the borrowers who are sitting in the Cibil rank 1 to 3. Absolutely, it will also help them evaluate risk objectively. So they will be able to take an informed decision. They will be able to see that where is this particular MSE lying in the full rank 1 to 10 kind of a category, and it will help them contain their NPAs. It will help them grow profitably. It will help them digitize their processes. So it's a win-win for everyone.